Okay. Economics vocabulary. What is economy? This is a system in which people produce, buy, and sell things. So we're dealing with money and finances. What is scarcity? It's a shortage of something. You don't have enough. You know how you feel when you get to the last chocolate chip cookie and it's you and your sibling trying to figure it out? You're dealing with some scarcity. Let's go over to the chart on the right-hand side. Developed. A developed country is one that is industrialized. Has all of the major types of industry. It also has a high GDP per capita. Developed countries. A developing country has a lot of agriculture and farming. There's some manufacturing, there's a few industries, a few service industries, and there's a low GDP per capita. Okay, now I'm here at gross domestic product per capita. Okay, this is the total value of all goods and services produced within a country in a year that's divided by the total population. That was the word on the slide. Per capita means per person in the population. Next is literacy rate. That is for the percentage of the adult population that is able to read or write. Then you have life expectancy, the expected number of years a person has to live. Okay, I'm scooting on up here. The Human Development Index, or HDI. This is a ranking of the countries of the world based on economic indicators such as life expectancy or income per capita. Let's go down to the types of economy that we have. We have free enterprise over here on the left, and then command on the right. The definition of free enterprise are privately owned businesses that create goods and services that people buy in markets. It's also known as capitalism, or the free market, or a market economy. Some examples include the United States, Canada, and Germany. And then the command economy. This is where the government owns or controls most parts of the economy, and the government decides what will be produced or sold. Some modern day examples include Cuba, and North Korea. Okay, so other example that you might have heard of, or maybe your parents have heard of, is the Soviet Union, or the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Okay, economic geography. You were supposed to look at page 62 in your textbook to identify which economic activity included, and then in the numbered boxes take a look at the examples. So this first one with primary, we're dealing with raw materials. Make sure you write this down if you don't have raw materials on your paper somewhere. This is farming, fishing, forestry, and mining. Secondary, this is taking those raw materials and making something out of them. This includes cars, clothing, phones, and shoes. Then tertiary, meaning the third level. These are service industries, such as banking, hospitals, hotel managers and the way they run hotels and hospitality. Then teaching, yay! Right, some factors of production. This came straight from page 62 on your text. With land, you have the natural resources that's used to produce goods. With labor, you have the size and education level of the workers. With the capital, you have the country's wealth and infrastructure. With entrepreneurship, you have creativity and risk that's needed to develop new goods and services. So some people who have been entrepreneurs might have been Steve Jobs and then Bill Gates when they started up their services with Apple and Microsoft. Okay, economics questions. So this map, this little chart actually was found on page 63 in your text, and this one was a little difficult to read, so you're going to have to go and pull that up to see where I'm getting my information from. The country that has the largest population, according to the chart, is China. Okay. Population refers to the number of people in a country. And then based on the information found in the chart, which two countries are the most developed, and how do you know? That would be the United States and Germany, because we're looking at the literacy rate, life expectancy, and high GDP per capita. Okay, let's move on to the last page. You have this graphic about gross domestic product showing you consumer spending, net exports, government spending, and then investment, which equals to the GDP or gross domestic product. Okay, it is basically the total value of all goods and services produced within a country in a year. How does GDP change when you add the words per capita? GDP now measures per person in a population. What is life expectancy? It is the expected number of years a person has to live. Literacy rate is the percentage of adults that can read and write. Human Development Index, or HDI, is a ranking of the countries in the world based on economic indicators. All right, make sure that you are studying your vocabulary words and that you use the resources that we put together for you to help you with your quiz. Good luck.